Hello, welcome. Beldarion here for TBP, and today I'm going to play some $1 spin and gold tournaments on GG Poker, and I will explain you as easy and as simple as possible how I would play if I would need to go back to the low stakes, and I will focus on how to play against recreational players, how we try to avoid the variance a little bit as much as possible, and then just talking about other stuff here and there as well. Okay, so let's go. First interesting spot, this player was limping on the button. This is something you should not do. 5 to suited, this is just an open fold. This is not strong enough. There's not a single hand that we are going to limp from this position. So we are only going to min raise or to fold. And yeah, so King Jack offsuited. This is a hand that is strong enough that we would call in all in against. Yeah, but everyone is folding, that's fine. And this hand as well is super strong. But we are simply going all in. Okay, so we are not going to raise 3 eggs or something. We are under 10 big blinds deep, and especially blind versus blind situations, we would be out of position post flop, with this like pretty unfavorable. So we are simply going all in under, let's say, 20 big blinds with a hand like this. And yeah, he didn't do any mistake. Ace 8 is a clear call, and we actually split the pot. So 9 big blinds. Good. Next hand, 7 for off. Clear fold again. Way too weak. By the way, if you don't know what kind of hands to raise or fold, we have free charts, right? So simply make an account on our website, and then you can you have like a nice browser where you can see what kind of hands to open, to fold, and basically the basic strategy. 8-3 off. Another point, we don't really want to ISO raise recreational players. They do not fold much, so we just want to play post flop. We can bet, but I'm like kind of worried that he might raise or something. So yeah, we play it a little bit safe. We just check. Now when he's checking twice, I'm like kind of safe that we have the best hand very often. So I'm going to bet with a plan to check back the river if we don't hit a 3 or an 8. That's very good outcome as well. So he's folding, and we pick up the pot. 8-5 offsuited, a little bit too short to play this hand, so we are simply going to fold this. And Ace-3 offsuited at 5 big blinds. This is a clear open jam. Eight deuce off. This is a hand we would just fold against a raise. Very easy fold. And this is super trash. 8-5 suited. Yeah, so this hand, most recreational players are playing wrong as well. So he's limping out of 3.5 big blinds. It's something you should never do. I'm going to fold this. If we would all be deeper, I would probably call here as well. But this short, we just don't have room to play it post flop, right? So we simply fold this hand. If he would have folded, so we would have been first in, this would be a hand that we want to go all in with only 6 big blinds. So this hand is strong enough to go all in with. 9 deuce off, we simply fold. Yeah. So on GG Poker, you have like a mixed format. The lowest multipliers, you have only 300 chips and not many blinds, and it's a very, very fast game. And as soon as the blinds are, as the multiplier is getting bigger, you have a little bit more room to play. So yeah, it's a high variance game. And so on GG Poker, especially when you climb up at stakes, you definitely want to try to get as much rake back as possible, right? So this is something you want to focus on. But yeah, if you're watching this video, it's very likely that you are a low stakes player. So don't worry about these kind of things. Also, don't worry about real money swings, right? Especially in the beginning, it's not really about the money. It's about learning the game, and it's about trying to improve, and that's everything you should focus on. Like, the money is coming. Yeah, like the variance can be huge, but there are certain ways to reduce the variance long term, like they're so-called like EV pools, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can talk in other videos about that. So yeah, as a beginner player, simply try to learn the game. Okay, good. So Queen 7 off. This is a hand first in against, I mean, probably a recreational player. He has an A rank, which is kind of weird at the $1 stakes. So he might be some kind of regular. But we still want to try to limit this hand. Yeah, especially against weaker players. But we fold against an ISO, so this hand is not strong enough to continue. Queen 3 off as well. We're just folding. I mean, Queen 10 off would have been the first hand we raised from the button. Maybe Queen 9. Here as well, especially when someone here is calling. I mean, this guy is very, very likely a recreational player. I always try to give them a note, right? So, yeah, why do I think he's a recreational player? So he's doing one thing that regulars usually don't do, and this is cold calling from the small blind. Especially in spinning goes, you play mainly like a 3-bet all-in or fold strategy. So as soon as someone is just cold calling, very often it is simply recreational. Yeah, and this is 100% recreation because this is something regulars don't do as well. King 6 suited from the small blind is strong enough to go all in. So most of the time he will just fold the hand in around like 75 to 80% of the time. Sometimes he'll call worse hands like Jack 10, Queen Jack suited or something like that. And yeah, I mean, we are also dominated a little bit when he's calling, but like the mix between all the folds we are getting and that we have still decent equity when getting called makes it a very good ISO jam. 9 deuce off. Yeah, we simply want to check back, so we don't do like fancy raises here or all in or whatever. So we just check, and now we just check it back. We can bet on the flop, but we are like kind of short. This is like a little bit more of a wet board. So I try to check, and so I'll try to get a little bit of an information what he's doing. And here on the turn, we have an open and straight draw. I think betting is fine. I think checking back is fine as well. So we can just check and try to pick the pot up on the river if we are not hitting. So if he's not checking again, I'll try to pick it up now. So I hope that he's folding like a 10 high, a jack high maybe. I don't expect him to fold a pair, but I also don't expect him to have a pair very often because I think a pair would bet at some point, most likely. Yeah, you see, like, I'm not going to play like huge pots against recreationals. I just try to play. I still try to pick up most pots, right? But I try to make it with like as low variance as possible. So I pick my spots very wisely, and I just attack usually like 1 or 2 streets, and I don't try to bluff them off like big hands. This is like huge mistake. A lot of like regulars are doing, trying to to fold recreations out of a top pair or something. This is not going to happen. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is like a little bit of a setup. Yeah, we are just like 3 big blinds deep. Of course, we are going all in with 10-8 off. And yeah, I mean, for these situations, you simply have charts. This short, you can also just use Nash charts. You can just Google it. It's really not hard to find. Then you can just play push fold. I mean, it's still better to use our charts because we have exploitative. Like, you should be a little bit tighter than Nash. So this is like included in our chart. So I would recommend using these. Yeah, 9-4 offsuited. Also a fold. Like if you're a very experienced player, you have some reads that he's very passive, we could probably still limp. But yeah, especially when you are like a beginner player, then just simply folding these hands is probably is the best idea. Okay, top 2 pair. We could lead out, but this, like, it's a rule of thumb, just never lead. Just always check to the aggressor. And I mean, he's not really the aggressor because he didn't raise pre-flop, but he did limp. So he was the last person who did an action, right? So we always want to check to this person. Yeah, this is an unlucky run out, but we got it in good, and that's everything we want to hope for. So we didn't do any mistake. And yeah, so then everything is good. again, like it's very important for your mindset, right? So never take a look at the outcome. It's easier said than done. Believe me, I'm also a human and I'm not tilt resistant 100%, etc. But just try to see every hand as a puzzle, right? And as soon as you solve the puzzle, then everything is good. People just try very often to win every pot, but this is not our goal. We can't win every pot, but we can win every hand, because sometimes even a fold is a win because this is the best decision, right? We just want always to make the best decision, and that's everything that we can do, right? So the rest is not in our hands. 5-4 suited, again, this kind of hand is definitely strong enough to go all in with, and this time we got lucky and we picked up a nice pot. We are very close to winning this one as well. We're getting an egg and we give him a boxing punch back. Okay, yeah, nice. So we won this one as well. Lucky us. And let's play another one. Yeah, actually GG, like I'm really not surprised that GG got so good, because they have like a super fun software where recreational players enjoy playing. You have these like rewards. Sometimes you get some like free roll tickets and flip outs and here and there, and it's just fun to play. And they were the first ones implementing this, right? So, and the only sites that really exist nowadays are sites where recreationals are playing, right? And a lot of recreationals are playing here. Whoa, okay, come on. So close. Yeah, ace-2 suited, like suited aces. We just go all in. Tens, unlucky. Definitely a good call from this player. But you see, the third player made a horrible call. It was just like an off-suited 9x, and we hit the flop. Very good, but yeah, he hit the 2-outer back on us. Yeah, not much we can do. Come on, $100. Let's play 100x now. 3x. Okay, so pocket nines, ace 9 offsuited. This hand is actually strong enough to go all in. So this is like the weakest ace x I would rejam here against a recreational player or against an unknown player. Ace 8 off GTO always is also a rejam, but yeah, usually players don't open raise loose enough. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Ace king suited, of course, he's been raised calling this. And like, if I have some reads that someone is very tight, I might even just fold this hand. I never just cold call. And you see it goes very fast as well, right? With the losing, there will be a lot of like flipping and stuff. And yeah, like I understand why people think that this is really like just like luck and gambling, but over the long run it isn't, right? So there are like actually hundreds of players who are playing these for a living, and the cool thing about spin and goes is that you can actually make quite a lot of money monthly with playing very little stakes, right? So I know some very capable players who play even like the €5 stakes, and they make like a €50 hourly out of that, right? And this is crazy if you think about it, right? So you kind of you want to have like a bankroll of 1.5k maybe, then at some point you're joining a pool, and then you can make like 20, 30, 40, $50 an hour, right? So I mean, I would say it's way better than most jobs you can get, especially when you are young or whatever. So maybe also as a side hustle, I think poker is still like a super great game. And well, like there are always upsides and downsides. MTTs are fun as well, right? So, but you'll need a lot of time. Spin and goes you can play whenever you want, so that's definitely a plus for this. Yeah, I just think it's a very fun and competitive game. You're just playing three-handed and a lot of heads up, right? So 7-6 suited. So we limp this hand. We want to play it low ball, and usually we just want to make a c-bet, right? So I would say in 80-85% of the time we want to make a c-bet. The only hands like boards I don't really c-bet are like very wet boards, but this is not so wet. Like he has a lot of like trashy hands. I would have folded like a jack-3 offsuited or something. And that's a rule of thumb. If the turn doesn't change anything, and it's not a scare card, or you don't pick up additional draw or something, just don't bet. Just don't bet, because if he had a queen, he still has a queen, he's not folding. If he had the 9, he still has a 9, he's not folding, right? If he has a flush draw, he's still not folding. So we are maybe folding out here and there like a jack X or a king high or something, but it's just not enough, right? So don't bluff like stupidly off. Just just most of the time just playing one and done, just to see bet on the flop. It's actually a very good play. King 3 offsuited, we could go all in. In the chart, I'm not 100% sure if this is an all-in or a call. I would guess a call, especially against recreational players. We want to keep the variance still low. We don't want to jam, and then he's just calling us with a... even if he's calling us with a queen 10, it's not something that we're really searching for, right? So we want to get it in a little bit better. A6 off. This hand we would call against all-in. It will get weird if he's just min-raising or something, or 3xing, then these hands are like very awkward. So without reads, it's very difficult to play these. Yeah, so he's actually going to min-raise. I think usually we should just go all in. He can min-raise fold sometimes. He can min-raise call with weird shit, with weird hands. This hand doesn't really play post-flop too well. I mean, calling and going all in is probably equally good here. Both options are definitely fine and profitable. So we hope for a fold. That's the best case scenario. So we picked up 2 big blinds here, plus our additional big blind. That's very good. Without seeing a flop, A7 suited, just go all in. Especially against recreationals. Against a regular, I would probably trap this hand, A7 suited at this stack depth. But against a recreational player, we simply go all in. They don't really isolate as a bluff or something very often. And if they don't do this, we want to be the aggressor ourselves. King 10 off, vamos, all in, let's go. What's this, Peru? Yes, Peru. Yeah, GG is definitely great for learning some flags. And Jack 3 offsuited. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind a fold, especially when you're not an experienced player, but like a limp is fine as well, especially when you think they are more on the passive side. Yes, so we can see bet. This is what I would recommend a beginner player probably, but he seems to be kind of passive, right? So not very aggressive. He's not donking the flop. So I'm just going to check and going for a delay bet. Not on this card. Now we have a little bit of showdown. He's definitely not folding a deuce or something, right? So he's never folding a better hand here, I think. I don't really want to bluff my hand as well. If he's betting, I have an easy fold. Never call these, like just don't call pairs when they're like one card straight possible. Yeah, okay, so a 3x, definitely also recreational, because this is something regulars are not doing. Yeah, this is GG always an all-in. Also Nash, you'll see an all-in with this hand. But yes, so we simply want to limp and play low ball. And this time I would see bet. This is more dry, right? So here not like one card straight possible. Very often he just missed this completely as well. So we just try to pick it up. Okay, so he can have a deuce, he can have a 4, he can have a jack. If I check, I would probably fall to a river bet. But what we can do here as well is just bet small ourselves and fall to a jam, because we are toast. If he's going all in, we are toast. But he can still call a 4 or a deuce, and then we can just check back the river. Okay, so this is, yeah, nah, that's nice. So he's folding. I think that is a good outcome. And queen 3 offsuited. Yeah, like this is Nash wise or GTO wise definitely a call. But when he's going like 3x and yeah, we don't need to do that, right? So we just fold, because like even if this is profitable and he might have a hand like maybe Jack 9 or something, we don't really need to do that, right? Also, we have like a good chip advantage here. We can still wait a little bit. Now we call in. 5-4 offsuited. Now we are getting into a region where it actually become like these hands become calls simply because of the pot odds, right? So if he's going all in, we just have a very good price to call. Yeah. Oh, nice. So he's even folding. I think at this stack that he shouldn't fold a single hand. He's just priced in basically with everything. Good. So we call this. We dominate him. That's perfect. And we win this game. Nice. Okay, good. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this short but quite intense play and explain. And yeah, let me know if you enjoy this format, and if you want to see more of these videos, give us a like. Would be nice if you subscribe as well. This will help us a lot. And see you to the next one. Bye bye.